Hello and welcome, everyone. This is week 4 of the Collegiate Chess League's 2025 fall season. My name is Joe. I am the commissioner of the league, and I'm proud to share with you all week 4. This is Division 1. We've got two absolute heavyweight titans about to go head-to-head here. University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley taking on Mizzou. And Mizzou is undefeated so far. They've got a perfect season. UTRGV, they've had some ups and some downs. Definitely highlight, they took down St. Louis University in week 2. They are the defending champs, so that was a huge win, the number 2 seed. But now they're up against Mizzou, who is the number 1 seed. They are the highest rated team in all of the land. Throughout the entire league, over 380 teams registered. Mizzou is number 1 with Aryan Tari on top board. He'll be playing again today. We already watched Mizzou beat the Texas Tech team 11-5. And we saw Texas Tech actually took down UTRGV, but UTRGV is bringing their heavy hitters today. Some of their strongest players, so they're ready for the match. The players are all on Zoom, so we will be seeing their games starting shortly. So I'm excited to see what we've got going on. Looks like we've already had games started, so let's take a look, shall we? All right, so here we go. Sean Rodriguez Lemieux from Canada playing against Mihail Boyer. Here's one of the games. We've also got Gleb Duden versus Luca. Looks like we have Ekin Osnir versus Aryan Tari. And the last game, we've got Santiago versus Isaac. So this one, Isaac's already got a great position with the white pieces. He's breaking in the center, already having castled and connecting the rooks. Black still has to castle, but white using their extra development advantage to just already break open the center. If pawn takes, queen takes, and the rook hits the queen. So we're keeping black on their toes. The knight is hit right now. We're threatening to win a pawn on d6. What's up, Chilado? Hello, TFS. Hello, Silent Assassin, and thank you to Mr. Presser for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. It's currently thunderstorming here in St. Louis. It's been a while since we've had some heavy rain, so some rough weather that I have. So just a heads up, a warning, if you will. If the stream crashes at any moment, you know what happened. Okay, so we do see this trade. The queen looks for a queen trade here. Queen to f5, and now white has a good option here to trade queens, and that will permanently damage black's pawn structure. Doubled f pawns, no g pawn. However, in exchange, black will feel safer with the queens off the board. So it's important to note there's no queen check. Well, there is, but black will get that queen trade that they wanted. If you want to keep the queens on the board to continue the attack, you could have moved, but white says, I'm going to cash in now. I'm going to take this pawn structure advantage into the endgame. So that's what Isaac is playing for here against Santiago. Now let's take a look at Sean Rodriguez Lemieux. This is one of the strongest players from UTRGV. He's been in the league for quite some time. Ekin Osnir, as well. He's the board 4 at 2,800. He's up against Ariantari over 3,000. This might be the matchup that we want to keep an eye on. And of course, we have Gleb Duden versus Luca. Definitely, every board it seems there's something going on. There's going to be some heavy hitters. Yeah, Luca is doing well against Gleb Duden. He's tucked the king on h1. He's got the bishop pair. And yeah, black is okay. Black got an exchange though. But this is a connected pass pawn here for white. So that's quite the interesting imbalance. Have you ever seen a connect 5? Look at that. Opening up the bishop. The knight's going to swing around, putting pressure on these pawns. So Luca has given up an exchange in exchange for a very nice pawn structure and a connected pass pawn. Yeah, here Isaac looks like they're winning. So what's going on? The knight's got to go. And yeah, the rook should be infiltrating. And this b pawn is going to be very difficult to defend. Dare I say, even impossible. So yeah, that's what happens when you're ahead in development. You get to trade queens into a better endgame. So very nice start here for the Mizzou player. Here, Ekin down to 1:20 up against Ariantari, who's got 2 minutes and 49 seconds. So over double the amount of time as Ekin. Okay, and the computer doesn't like this move so much. This bishop seems to be a bit happy to see this, and that's also dropping a b pawn here. So let's see. Yeah, trade of knights, bishop here. Could have taken the b pawn first, but tries to induce a weakness here and does so, and only then scoops up the b pawn. So this is looking good for Aryan. He's created a pawn advantage, but this pawn is hanging. But the bishop's coming here is a problem, right? So you can't be too greedy and grab this pawn. We see the knight forking queen and bishop, so we'll see that trade happened. Rook takes, now protects the rook from this fork. This pawn is still hanging, but can be saved. And Aryan's going to have a pawn advantage, as well as a very nice time advantage. Honestly, Mizzou looks like they're pulling away here. We've got Luca bringing in his knight. Bishop takes, double exclam. Brilliancy. So this pawn is protected twice, only defended once. So why can't we take? Well, if knight takes, there's pawn push, hitting the queen, removing that defender. So we're winning this pawn. So queen steps aside, knight comes in, hits the rook. Rook steps down. Knight gets a fork. So this knight move is a fork of a fork. Brilliant play here from Luca. Luca's brought his A game today. Ariantari is about to flag Ekin Oznir. There goes another pawn. There goes a second pawn if you want it. You can also bring the knight in. We're threatening some really nasty smother mate ideas. Maybe not with the queen in defense. So let's see. We can give this check, and we can get the discovered double check, force the king back into the corner, but there is no smothered mate because the queen covers the knight check. So if this was a rook, black would have it. You could sack the exchange, but this is really nice from Ariantari. He's enjoying a 2-minute time advantage on his clock and just an absolutely crushing position. 2-pawn advantage now. They've traded off rooks. And we've got a knight versus a bishop. So Ekin Osnier, he's holding on by a thread, maybe hoping for some sort of perpetual. The king is stepping up, and we see a queen trade offered. The knight's going to reroute. Let's take a look at... Okay, Isaac beat Santiago. So 1 point already for the Mizzou team. And they're looking for at least 2 more. Okay, and this is a nice tactic to pick up the queen there. Nice discovery. The knight just slithers its way in. Ariantari on the board. We've got Gleb versus Luca. Luca is looking good with this pawn chain again, and the tactics to win the exchange back. So simply up a pawn at this stage. And the bishop pair, a much better structure. Black looks like they were trying to break something open. So queen here putting pressure all the way on h3. Does this need to be addressed? Is Gleb finding counterplay? Gleb is down a minute, so Luca enjoying the time advantage. Let's take a look at Texas's best chances here. Looks like white is up a knight for a pawn. Right now the bishop is hanging. This is a strong piece. We'd love to protect with our queen. So Mihail Boyer trying to find, it seems like, a perpetual down a knight. Sean's got a lot of time. Gleb, meanwhile, trying to find some counterplay here. So yeah, king all the way up to h2, just keeping an eye on the h-pawn. These bishops doing a great job flushing the rook all the way back to the back rank. Queen doubling with the bishop. We can get bishop a6 to b7 maybe. Wow, the computer is suggesting g3. What an absolute crazy move. That is not a move that I would personally be making. Yeah, this move is what I was anticipating. Bishop to b7 just cuts the rook off from the open file. Yep. Queen swings over. Pressure on g4. King steps back. It's hard to see where our progress is going to be made now that we've planted the bishop here. Maybe we go for this dark square bishop trade. Okay. Bishop sneaking back around here. We've got rook and queen lined up on the g file. Knight stepping back. And now we see this trade. Knight steps in. We can take another pawn, and we do so. Pawn push. We can remove the defender first and foremost. Queen takes. That's an extra pawn. Thank you very much. 4-point advantage. Well, it is 4 pawns advantage. These are the only 2 pawns for black. That's one check. Watch out. There's mate threatened by black. But you've got to survive the checks. So there were 2 checks. King steps back. Here's a check. And now there's space for the rook to join in on the fun. Queen's guarding this. Check, and then you're going to have mate next. Queen check, rook block, and GG. So Luca gets his win. And that is a 3-point advantage for Mizzou, but looks like Sean Rodriguez Lemieux is able to stop some of the bleeding and gets a draw against Mihail. So 3.5 to a half, a dominant start in round 1 for the Tigers, taking it to the Vaqueros. Strong start, really strong start. They're on their A game. Mizzou is about to make a statement win, continuing their undefeated streak and looking to get their championship title back from the defending champs SLU. That being said, this is about the halfway point of the regular season, so there's still lots of chess left. But it seems to me that Mizzou is looking like a clear favorite. Let me take a quick look at our events page here and see if we can. All right, I found the new games. Here we go. So round 2 now underway. We've got Aryan Tari versus Sean. Sean was the only Texas player not to lose in the first round. Now he's up against the strongest opponent from Mizzou, Aryan Tari, who we interviewed last time when we saw them play. So we might see an interview from him again. We'll see. Aryan's got the white pieces this time. Thinking about what to do, probably with this bishop. Maybe the knight wants to come out. Either bishop e2 or d3. Maybe thinking about castling. Yeah, a lot of time spent here from Aryan. I'm not gonna lie about this. Finds queen b3, targets the b pawn. But yeah, 3.5 minutes. He thought for like a minute on that one. There's a long think before move 10. In a 5-minute blitz game. There is some increment. Rook steps up. It's a little awkward, but it'll work out. Sean didn't want to commit the pawn, create any unnecessary weaknesses along the light squares. We could see this bishop come out with a check, but with the pawn on b7, we can simply play c6. Let's take a look at some of our other games here. We've got Luca versus Santiago. Santiago from Colombia. Okay, we're trading in the center. Bishop develops with the pen. Black has a rook on a semi-open f-file. Fianchetto for white, both sides kingside castle. With pressure on the knight, this knight's defending d5, which is hit by the Fianchetto bishop and the queen. So right now, white has a threat to win a pawn, and so we see this pawn pushed, and that helps open up the scope for the bishop. So this pawn is pinned. This bishop has to stay home to defend the pawn. White can capture if they want. That's going to make black take back some way. Hello, Jenny. How's it going? Welcome in. This bishop is hanging, by the way, so we also have a check now available. Lots of good moves here for Santiago. Hey, Chess Weeb. Shout out to the Chess Weeb. Absolute legend. Keeping me honest, keeping me on my toes. I had the great fortune of witnessing Chess Weeb in the flesh just the other day, as in yesterday. Definitely one of the highlights. This pawn is not free, as there will be a queen check fork. So with the knight moving, that allows for this trade here, and this pawn will be isolated. So kind of an interesting decision here from Santiago. Now that the queen recaptures, there's extra pressure on this pawn. Knight hits the queen, also defending the pawn backwards. Also keeping an eye on f2. Queen and rook create a battery. It's also hitting this pawn. What does this knight not do? Now, maybe we can consider this check. Bishop can block with tempo, but then we can scoop up the C pawn. After this trade, this pawn will be hanging. That pawn will be hanging. There's maybe something here that's hanging. I don't know. So Santiago goes for it. No bishop block, just simply king in the corner. And now this bishop remains home, keeping an eye on b7. So if we do take this pawn will be hanging. What's not hanging? It's true. Chessweeb and I were hanging out last night, or evening rather. So we're basically like pieces, although I've been told that I'm a pawn, as referenced by my staff badge at chess.com. Shout out to the green pawns. I'm always repping. Okay, let's take a look at this Ariantari game. I've heard that Ariantari is a strong player. I heard that he's played some chess, and it looks like he's struggling a little bit against Sean. So Rook has entered the equation here. Sean is entering White's half of the board. Pawn on c4, clamping down on the b pawn, creating an anchor. Sean is saying, hey, you should take my rook because then I will have a passed pawn. How's that for a trade deal? And I think he says that if you don't take, I'm going to double my rooks. And Aryan says, okay, that's fair enough. I don't want you to double your rooks, so I'm going to trade. I'm going to give you that passed pawn that you wanted. However, I'm going to create a counter offer for you. I'm going to trade queens, okay? If you take my queen, I will take back with the knight, and I'm going to be hitting your rook. And Sean might say, okay, I'll accept that, and then I'm going to put my rook here. But first, let me connect my passed pawn, because if there's anything better than a passed pawn, it's a connected passed pawn. Cleo, thank you for the follow. I'm good, Jenny. I hope you are as well. Okay, so because Sean created the passed pawn, Aryan said, all right, fine, I will trade queens. I'm going to damage your pawn structure, and I'm going to contest the connection of your pawns by playing f3, much to the displeasement of Grandmaster Benjamin Feingold. And now this doubled e pawn says, I'm about to join the equation. If I trade and you take with the king, this pawn can push. And so White playing c4, creating a spot on the board, c3 for this knight, putting even more pressure on this e4 pawn. So right now, everything's focusing on d3 and e4. Maybe the king steps up. Who knows? I certainly don't. Anyways, we see a trade, and now the pawn gets renewed. But the good news for Aryan is that this pawn can get traded off, and this pawn will simply be isolated. So, yeah, stepping up here. Now, there's a problem, folks. There's a problem with this move. Knight takes. This is called a tactic. Because if the knight takes back, guess what? The rook is going to say hello. So Aryan does not trade. Aryan's also down under a minute here. And we see the knight, the c4 pawn, creating an anchor. Also putting some pressure on this pawn, but I think the main idea is that we are cutting the rook's defense off of this d3 pawn. So right now, there's a threat to take this pawn. However, Black has a few ideas, perhaps some tricks up their sleeves. You can give a check, first and foremost. Very important. You can save the pawn by pushing it. That's the second thing. There's a check with the knight, but also you can defend the pawn with knight to c5. And knight c5 has been played. This knight decides to come back and blockade this check. This pawn is now defended by the knight. It's also attacked by the knight. However, the knight is pinned. So the king steps aside, unpinning the knight. The threat is to take this. But now, because the king stepped backwards, Black is entering White's home. King on e4. The knight returns back to d5. We're in checking distance, but mainly defending this pawn. So knight takes. Knight's going to return, I assume. A minute and a half for Sean. 30 seconds for Aryan. Let me take a look at the other games. Just a quick glance here. Sean is completely winning this game, by the way. This pawn is also now hanging, for your information. If this knight ever moves, say goodbye to your e-pawn. And yeah, Aryan, he knows it. He's feeling the pressure. He's got 15 seconds. He can't find a move. This pawn structure completely combating White's structure. This king dominating the space. 5 seconds now. Yeah, Aryan says, okay, let's trade here. And now, do we take on e3? I would take on e3. And now the king stepping back. Some rook move, some king move. Threatening to infiltrate. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. 2.5 seconds here for Aryan. Are we going to see rook f2? Yep. And now, where to put the king? Rook here threatening a beautiful trade of rooks. No more knight checks. If the king goes here, we have the knight coming in next. And we see losing on time. Aryan Tari goes down. Let's check on his teammates. We've got Luca here. Luca, his opponent just blundered. This is Santiago. Santiago down to 3 seconds. And look at this pawn. So Luca's looking pretty good. They call him good looking Luca. So Sean Rodriguez Lemieux, only player from Texas to not lose in the first round, now becomes the first player from Texas to get a full point on the board. Okay, Luca's won his game. I looked away for a second. Let's check in on Isaac. Luca, board 4, improves to 2 out of 2, taking down the top 2 boards from UTRGV. Isaac down to 10 seconds. Gleb Duden, top board from Texas, 18 seconds and counting. Both games in a time scramble. The other remaining game, Ekin Osnier versus Mihail Boyer. Both players with 30 seconds or less. But it's a relatively equal position. A rook and pawn in game. This position, black has an extra pawn. Invaluably, it's an outside pawn chain. That could have been perhaps a skewer. Maybe. Pawn push is kind of interesting. The computer hates it. I figured, maybe we get something going here. But no. There's a queen on the board, ladies and gentlemen. And with the queen comes great responsibility. And you see Isaac wins by resignation. So Isaac, the bottom 2 boards for Mizzou are putting in the work. They're both 2 out of 2 against the top boards from Texas. And these bottom boards from UTRGV, we've got Sean, who hasn't lost yet. He's 1.5. Wait, why is this game so... Let's see the live position, shall we? Rook and pawn in game. Black is up a pawn. But there was something going wrong for sure. Black is completely winning to now completely equal. So you lost the f-pawn, I guess. So the technique probably not so good. However, black is up an a-pawn, but trying to promote will prove difficult. Mihail Boyer messed up. Rook c2 check is winning. Wait. So rook e1 was not the move. And now Mihail's also going to flag. King c1, perfect move. Trying to go for this. I mean, you could still just queen, no? I don't know. Oh, I don't know. It don't matter. Oh my goodness, he's got a queen. Okay. So Ekin Oznir getting a point. So maintaining a 3-point lead going into the second half. Mizzou's looking pretty good. That's what I like to say, Profiteer. It's okay, TFS. It happens. Okay, so going into round 3, the players might want to take a break here. We'll see. Nope, looks like we're going on. Thank you, Profiteer. All right, Aryan Tari now. Looking to bounce back after his loss to Sean. He's now up against Santiago, who has lost both games to the bottom boards from Mizzou. Santiago and Gleb not getting the job done. And if you're a top board, it's an uphill battle because the first 2 rounds you play against the bottom boards. The last 2 rounds you play against the top boards. But honestly, with how balanced and strong these players are on every board, it's a tough fight regardless of what round it is. We saw Ekin Oznir getting a point against Mihail Boyer. So, yeah, so far the expected results have been flipped. The bottom boards have been the point scorers for both of these teams. And the top boards have been struggling. So, now in rounds 3 and 4, we'll have the top boards versus the top boards, the bottom boards versus the bottom boards. And honestly, I don't think it matters what board number you are. And honestly, you play against every player anyways. Although it helps to come out on top from the start. It's easier, I think, to play with the lead than to have to come from behind. So here we see an interesting push from Aryan Tari and an interesting proposition here. Santiago sacking the knight for 2 pawns. He likes this pin. King steps up, offering some extra protection over the knight, but also clearing some space, perhaps, for the rook to contribute. And yeah, I think Santiago might have done this earlier. This could have been some prep or some scouting from Aryan Tari. I think we watched another match where a player sacked a piece for 2 pawns. It is a blitz game after all. But yeah, I mean, the extra piece, if black survives, that's going to be a pleasant in-game, right? So it's all about how Santiago wants to continue their attack. And they're down on time, by the way, by over a minute, which tells me that maybe it wasn't so planned or prepared. That being said, if we could get a rook involved along with the queen, that could be devastating. This pawn, unfortunately, is pinned. So we see some space has been fleshed out for this bishop on a7. d4 is a common idea. That's typically when the knight was on f3. If you play knight f3 now, maybe the bishop will pin you. Maybe the king will step up, which might be crazy. I'm not sure. But okay, queen to f3. So no knight on f3. And no pawn push, of course, because it's pinned. So yeah, just pressure here. Now, rook comes to h8, pointing at this white king. Rook here is not really a move, because then we will remove the defender and say thank you. This knight's pinned as well now here. So we see rook a to e1. And yeah, I am curious how Santiago plans to improve. So we could see queen going to g3, perhaps. Do we have an early draw from Luca and Sean? We have the queen's gambit declined. They agreed to a draw here. That's kind of ridiculous. Who knows? Who knows? Honestly, seems good for Mizzou, who is up 3 points. So can't say I blame them. Kind of questionable from Sean, whose team is trailing right now. So I don't know what happened there. Yeah, Chessweeb was the GM in residence just last month, I've been told. So I missed out on some Chessweeb action. Okay. Bishop to g4 hitting the queen, queen to g3. Opposite of this. We're threatening to take the knight and then take the bishop, so the queen steps up, which does a few things. First, defends the bishop, but second, gets out of this pin. So now the knight can move freely, which is quite interesting. If we take the knight, the king is ready to take. Yeah, this poor f-pawn. It's really inhibiting a lot of white's potential, right? So now that the knight's not pinned, white says, all right, I got to deal with this bishop. And this pins this bishop. Knight coming here, though, I think is fairly interesting. Queen has to tuck back to h2. And now the f-pawn is ready to roll. Perhaps. This knight, though, annoyingly, protects f4. Yo, Benjamin Bach with a huge raid. Shout out to Bach. I hope you've been well. I think you were playing in Comet, if I'm not mistaken. If I am mistaken, let me know. But Bach, obviously, one of the most prestigious collegiate chess league players in college chess history. Multi-time champion, captain, commentator. What more can you say, really? Playing for the SLU team, who are the defending champs. And now we're watching some of SLU's strongest competition. UTRGV actually beat SLU, unfortunately, for the SLU team earlier this season. Santiago gives up a pawn in the center, but maybe this helps him control f4. Okay, f-pawn pushing this bishop back. What's up, Dralim? All right, g4. So we've got that pawn storm going. But yeah, Mizzou, they're the #1 seed. And right now they've got a nice 3-point advantage against UT Rio Grande Valley. Okay, how safe do you guys think this king is? Look at these pawns rolling up the board. This bishop's defended. So white sacrificed a knight for 2 pawns, then gave up a pawn to open up the center. If we push this pawn, the queen can come in and say hello. Santiago now less than 20 seconds, so clearly struggling. You know they want to push. King steps over. This is getting a little scary. White wants the bishop to take because the knight will then retake and control some of these light squares. And see, the queen now enters, and we're threatening this. This is going to be really painful. Nice intermezzo here. Ariantari looks to be just scooping up the pieces. You can just pick up the exchange. He's looking for anything better. He finds this. He says, I'm going to get both. And only now recapturing. Very nice play here. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Rook enters. And now, let's see. There's this check, which looks pretty good. Rook here says, go ahead and take me, because I'm going to tuck the king back, and we see resignation there. So, really nice bounce back there from Ariantari. Let's check in with Mihail, who's dominating Gleb Duden right now. Yo, shout out to, we've got Brody in the chat, as well as Nova Life and Bonerpol, some of my favorite people. Let's give a point to Ariantari, shall we? I think he's earned it. Improving to 2 out of 3. Mizzou is suspiciously close to winning the match. You only need 8.5 points, and they are at 7. So there are 2 games left in this round. Mizzou could win it with a round to spare. Hello, Bishop Stars. Good to see you. Now, if Mizzou wins it with a round to spare, they will still play round 4 because it is the regular season, and those points are added up at the end of the season for tiebreak purposes. Here, Mihail Boyer is up 3 pawns and is offering a queen trade. Gleb Duden can win a pawn back, but it will cost the queen trade. And if you trade queens, you will most certainly lose. So this is what we like to call a pickle. He keeps the queen on the board. However, we see a check. We're going to see a mate very quickly. And how are you going to finish this one off here, folks? I mean, choose your poison, I'll say. Let's see. This rook is hanging, though. If you take this, you lose that with check. Pawn push. Not a lot of time. And yeah, that's going to be mate. This pawn was going to help the rook come in. And so we see Mihail getting the point there. And Isaac beats Ekin. Both of these players from Turkey. So yeah, with that, Mizzou's already at 9 points. Let me get some points on the board. So Mihail gets his first win of the match. And Isaac is a perfect 3 out of 3. And this Mizzou team is looking quite unstoppable, ladies and gentlemen. But stick around. We still have, like I mentioned, round 4 to be played. But also, expecting to interview one of the Mizzou players. Last time we interviewed Aryan Tari. Maybe we'll interview him again. So we'll see. If you guys have questions for some of these Mizzou players, let us know. But also, there will be a match after this, a lower division match in Division 16 between Rice University's D team and University of Houston's B team. So be sure to stick around for that. And it might be even more exciting chess. This matchup is quite the blowout, honestly. I mean, Mizzou just has a different caliber of chess player. I don't know what they're putting in the water, but I'm clearly not drinking it. I live in Missouri, so what's my problem? I need to get a coach or something. Anyways. All right. We're watching Aryan Tari versus Gleb Duden. Gleb and Santiago, the top two boards from UTRGV, they're getting swept right now. They have not gotten a single point between the two of them, which is really, really rough to see from your top two boards. So this is the last chance to get on the board for Gleb Duden, and he's playing against none other than Grandmaster Aryan Tari. Over 3,000 rated top board for Mizzou. And Aryan, he's taking the space immediately. E5 hits the knight. Knight goes to G4, hitting the pawn back. Bishop develops to F4. Gleb Duden says G5. Get your bishop out of there. If you take me, I'll take you. And if you go back, then I don't know what you'll do. Maybe there's an 83. Okay, E6. Surprising everybody. And oh my god, Aryan. I don't even know what to say, man. If pawn takes, by the way, that's just mate in one, just for the record. So if bishop takes, knight takes, and oh no. Is this the fastest game? This was 11 moves. Oh dear. Yeah. If bishop takes, knight takes, if pawn takes, queen h5, king here, and you can castle queenside with a skewer. I mean, that's just... Oh my word. Ladies and gentlemen, we might be able to bring Aryan Tari on to commentate his teammates' games if he wants to. Oh no. Okay. Do we have some quick draws? How fast are these games going? That was an 11 move draw. This was an even fat. This was a 3 move draw. Okay, Mizzou says we don't even need the tiebreak points, dude. We're just gonna win every game. Okay, so hold on. I have some scorekeeping to do. Let's give Aryan his point that he's earned. Isaac and Sean draw. So Isaac remains undefeated. 3.5. Sean improves to 2.5. And Luca and Ekan draw. So Luca improves to 3 out of 4. Ekan goes 1.5. And now we've got Mihail Boyer and Santiago, who I suppose are playing out. Queen check. If G6, we're going to sack the knight, are we? Actually, yeah, why not G6? What is Santiago thinking about? I don't know. All right, I've received word. We'll have Luca joining for our interview. So stick around for that if you guys have questions for Luca. All right, G6. You could take this, right? No, the knight's defending the rook. Heads up. You could take on C5. You got 3 minutes for Mahal, 1 minute for Santiago. Santiago trying not to get swept. Offers a queen trade here, and it's declined. Huge threat, by the way, to take with check, winning up the queen. So nice move here from Mahal. I imagine queen e2 seems kind of annoying, threatening something, but okay, bishop hits the queen. Queen's got to go. Bishop hits the knight. Knight defends the knight. Yeah, this is a great position for white. And I mean, this is a masterclass for the Mizzou team. Here, that's just that's a free queen. Wow. Nicely done there. So let's update. Mahal improves to 2.5. And I will be right back, you guys. Please allow me a quick break while I set up for this interview. I'll be right back. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. This is the interview after Mizzou just absolutely dominated the UT team by a score of 12-4. Luca, welcome.
Thank you.
So you guys just absolutely destroyed the UT team. Is this your biggest win so far this season, or did you guys, I think, beat Virginia by a larger margin?
I'm not sure, but it's always nice to finish the match before the last round, so there is no pressure coming then.
Yeah,
Against Virginia, I also think we didn't have to play, well, we did play the last round, but it wasn't of too much result importance. So yeah.
and I know you guys also beat Texas Tech, and you guys have a match coming up against Lviv coming up.
Hmm?
There's not that many rounds left in the regular season. Obviously, you still have a match against SRM in India, who beat UTRGV earlier as well. And you also have a big rivalry match with St. Louis University coming up. Does this confidence, I think, play an important role knowing that you're undefeated so far and that you can beat these teams with relative ease?
Of course, it helps having great teammates and being able to sometimes win matches with a big margin. Um, but the league is very competitive. You did a great job expanding it globally, and now we have a lot of teams from all around the world that have a lot of grandmasters and a lot of very close matches coming up, like the one tomorrow against Lavov. So yeah, very really looking forward to it and see what happens.
So I wanted to ask you, are you keeping up with the US championship matches? I think you have a former teammate that's competing.
Yeah, certainly. Our former teammate and also assistant coach, Grigory, he's he's playing now, and yeah, we are definitely following it and rooting for him. And overall, it's a very interesting tournament, of course. So can't not follow it.
Last time Mizzou won on stream, we interviewed Aryan Tari, and I asked him a question that I'll ask you. How are you enjoying the campus life? Are you attending any of the sports games? How is it at Mizzou?
Yeah, of course. So this is my senior year actually. And so I've been here for a while and I absolutely enjoy it. I really like the campus, the college life as well. So it's in a small college town, which I really like the vibe of it. And we also have a very good football and basketball team, which sometimes we go watch as well. So certainly I'm enjoying being here a lot.
So, as a senior, how important is it to you to end on a good note with your chess college career? Obviously, you have another chance here to be a champion in the CCL, but you also have Pan Am's, I believe, coming up in January in Chicago.
Yeah, so I do plan to stay for masters as well and use full 6 years of eligibility. So it's not the last dance yet, but I definitely want to stack up as many CCL wins as possible.
And you mentioned that the league is growing and there's always tough competition. Do you feel that this is a really good opportunity that you guys are the number one seed and so far everything looks to be good? Do you think that this season in particular is a good opportunity, or do you think even in your masters you still have a good chance of competing for the number one spot?
Yeah, I think this year we're probably the favorites, though there is obviously a lot of competitive teams. But I feel like every single semester we are going to be at least one of the favorites to win it. So Um, I'm looking forward to seeing how many times we are going to manage to do it. I think we won it last spring, but not last time. Slow beat us in the finals, so yeah, we'll see what happens this time.
And do you know that the last round matters for the tiebreak? I know you guys had a couple of quick draws there.
Yeah,
Do
I'm
you guys
aware
think
of
it
it.
doesn't matter?
Well, okay, as long as we win matches, it might not necessarily matter too much, but uh, okay, I felt in the third round it just makes sense to offer draw, seal the deal, and just get the team closer to the victory. I prefer that over a couple of Chesscom blitz points. So
Got it.
Happy we got the win. Yeah.
And last question for you. I know that you are technically the board four, but do you feel that it doesn't really matter the board order? I mean, everyone plays everyone, and like all the opponents are also fairly similarly rated. I think your team had a really good start on the first two rounds. You guys seem to have beaten the top boards with relative ease. So, how much do you think it matters?
I certainly don't mind being board four. Whatever gets results, and overall we all play the same opponents, so it doesn't make much of a difference during the match, but might put some psychological pressure for the opponent, so why not?
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time and congratulations again on taking down UTRGV 12-4 and good luck in the rest of the season.
Thank you. It was a pleasure talking to you.
All right. Take care, Luca.
Thanks. Bye.
Well, that was Luca from Mizzou's board 4 and we will have another match coming up after this. In Division 16, Rice University's D team versus University of Houston's B team. And it might actually be a while before we have that match ready to go. So I will leave you all on a break. It might be a while. So just stick around, stay tuned, and appreciate your patience. I'll see you guys in a moment. Let me see here. All right, stick around, guys. I'll be back as well to hang out and talk a little bit, but I gotta set up for this next match. Hello and welcome back, everyone. This is the Collegiate Chess League Fall 2025 season, week 4. We've got a Division 16 matchup between Rice University's D team and University of Houston's B team. These are two Texas rivals. So we've watched a lot of Texas matches today. We watched earlier University of Texas Rio Grande Valley go down at the hands of University of Missouri at Columbia in Division 1. But now we're going down to Division 16. We've watched Houston's A team before, but I don't believe we've watched Rice in any capacity. This is obviously their D team and D16, but they do have an A team, I believe, all the way up in Division 2. So Rice University, they've got a lot of teams registered, a lot of diversity in their rating, which is really good to see. You love to see multiple teams from the same school registering. And yeah, we had University of Houston competing. Earlier, we watched their A team, I believe, play against Georgia Tech's B team, where Georgia Tech won. So Houston has a second chance at getting a win on broadcast. So we'll wish them good luck. They do have a streamer that is actually live right now, I believe. Silva, who we watched on the A team. All right, actually, I don't know if they're live anymore. But shout out to Silva, who may or may not be watching. That being said, I will tell you all that the match was originally scheduled to be in 15 minutes from now. But we're going to try our best to get the match started as quickly as possible. So we have, it seems like, all of the players except for one. So once we get the last player in, we can begin our matches. Hey, there's Silva. I knew that you'd be hanging around. Yeah, Silva, if you have any comments about the players. You won 9.5 to 6.5. Very nice. Yeah. Maybe if you want to join for commentary, you can join the Zoom link. It should be the same. So up to you. Okay, cool. Well, you should have the link then. And yeah, just join it and I'll grab you over. So we have some exciting developments, chat. We have Houston's very own A-team player, streamer Silva, to be joining us in the commentary booth. Yeah, it's the same. I mean, yeah, it's the same Zoom link. So yeah, we're just waiting for the last player to join us. Exciting times, ladies and gentlemen. We're winging it, I guess you could say. Rice is near Houston. Okay, cool. So yeah, looking forward to Silva's expertise in the Rice versus Houston matchup. Actually, Silva, if you want to go live again, you could. Up to you, I suppose. On your stream, on your Twitch. We're still working on getting the last player. Could be an internet issue. Could be a Zoom issue. We'll see. We're working through it. It's all good. Let me see if we have Silva. Silva has yet to join us. What's taking you so long, Silva? Where are you at? Where are you at? um, but it's all good. Tis all good. Give me a sec. Yeah, take your time. No rush. Okay, it's an internet issue. But they might be able to play without the Zoom, perhaps. Anyways, for anyone that's lurking and listening, I wanted to share that I will be going to the Blues versus Dallas game later today. So another Texas matchup. Definitely rooting against Dallas, though, I have to say, as I am a big Blues fan. Unfortunately, the Blues have lost both of their games at home this season by a deficit of 5 goals each. Luckily, they've won both on the road, so they're tied 2-2 right now in their standings and their record. But Dallas is a very strong team, so It's looking like a tough road ahead. We lost to the Chicago Blackhawks 8-3, and then our Minnesota Wild rivals in the Central Division beat us 5-0 in the home opener. Thank you, Boner Pull. All right, so we have apparently a guest joining us. So let me take a quick break while we bring in our commentator, our co-host, the one and only Silva. Give me a slight second, if you will, please. Hello and welcome back, everyone. This is the Collegiate Chess League Fall 2025 season. This is Division 16, Rice University's D team against the University of Houston's B team. And I'm joined by the one and only very special guest from University of Houston's A team and fellow streamer, Silva.
What's up, everyone? It's nice to be here.
So, Silva, you guys just played your own match. Tell us how that went.
So we played Berkeley's B team, I believe, and we beat them 9.5 to 6.5 today.
Very nice. Yeah, we watched Berkeley a couple times, their A team in Division Two, and they won both their matches. So sounds like their B team isn't doing as well. And we know that we watched your match just the other day, and it was a close one. Came down to the last round, but it didn't quite work out.
Yeah, we lost by 1 point. It was a tough battle. They were good.
Yeah, that was against Georgia Tech's B team, I believe. But now we have Houston versus Rice. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Jaden. Are you a first year?
Yeah, I'm a first year student at the University of Houston.
And how are you enjoying it so far?
Uh, Campus is nice. At first, it felt like really big, but as time went by, the campus feels like small now.
Okay, and what are you studying?
My major is biomedical engineering.
Okay, very cool. And we just got a raid from the Buff Bunny, who is the former captain of San Jose State and is now a player in law school at University or Washington University in St. Louis, who I had the pleasure of actually meeting for the first time last night at the St. Louis Chess Club. So shout out to the Buff Bunny. How did your match go? Let us know if your team won or not. I believe Wash U is in Division 10. And I think we're ready to get the games going.
It said we lost 6-10, unfortunately.
Ooh, yeah, that's unfortunate. I know Buff Bunny was making their season debut and their stream debut from St. Louis. So we're about to watch Rice D versus Houston B. Do you know any of these B team players very well? Have you guys met at the chess club?
I've met only one of the B team players. His name's Trey. He should be the highest elo on B team.
Okay, cool. So he's their top board.
Yeah.
Trey. Yeah, Frank Trey McDonald. Full
Yes,
name.
Shank Fred McDonald.
Um, and you said that Rice is near Houston.
I believe it is. When I drive to Houston every day, I see a sign that says Rice University's exit.
Okay, so you are
A commuter. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so you're like a local.
I mean, my commute is like 40 minutes to an hour. It's because of the traffic. It gets like really
Ooh,
packed.
got it. So Houston's a big city, huh?
Yes.
All right. And have you been in Texas all your life?
Yeah, I've lived in Texas all my life.
So have you heard about these scholarship chess teams at UTRGV and UT Dallas and Texas Tech?
Not really too much, but I remember when I was looking at the divisions, I saw that there was some Texas schools that were in Division One of Grandmasters, like UTRGV, UT Rio Grande, and UT Dallas.
Have you been playing chess for a long time?
I started playing chess when I was 15. It was my sophomore year of high school.
Okay, very cool.
So I've been playing for 3 years now.
Nice. And I mean, obviously you've grown a lot in your rating. You're on the A team at University of Houston. How are you enjoying the chess grind so far? What are your goals?
My goal is like chess. At first, I just played it for like fun. And then eventually I just got really good. So then now it's like I'd like to be a master someday. Like that would be nice. It's like an
Nice.
accomplishment, like something I grinded for, you know?
Yeah, that'd be really cool. And it looks like we actually have the games starting. Do you know how to follow the games, or should I send you the events page link? I'll send it to you on Discord.
All right.
All right, let's take a look. Let's dive right in. Looks like we have a matchup between Vinny, Nguyen, and Kenneth. Um, Kenneth is the top board from Rice D. Vinny Nguyen, whose username is Jimmy Dolphin, is on the fourth board of Houston's B team. So the game should be starting. I think there's a slight delay on the events page.
I just felt like a audio cut. Like I don't know if you were talking, but I didn't hear like the last 10 seconds.
It's all good. I can hear you fine, I think. And do you see the moves? I see it between Kenneth and Vinny.
Yeah, I'm watching right now.
Yeah, that looks like a Karo Khan exchange.
Yeah. And it looks like we have a 1600 versus a 1300.
Yeah, this is going to be the biggest mismatch in terms of board number because the first round it's board 1 versus board 4. So Kenneth definitely the favorite in terms of rating here, but anything can happen.
It's pretty even, except that knight move, the engine didn't like it.
Yeah, probably it wanted the C pawn to be pushed to
Yeah,
be involved, so the knight on C3 kind of blocks the C pawn, but still bring the knight out into the center's solid developmental move. Rookie 1 I'm a fan of, and probably next the dark square bishop will come out.
yeah, bishop f4.
Yeah, so black might consider actually playing bishop to d6 now, which
Yeah, they saw it.
yeah, just
Maybe bishop e3.
bishop e3 is very solid. Bishop to d2 you could even consider. Maybe queen e2 is a move. Also knight e5 I think is a common move to make, just putting more pressure on the c6 knight that is pinned.
Yeah. Oh, looks like they took the outpost and it's putting pressure on that knight that's pinned to the king.
Yeah, 95 played. Queen to c7, developing the queen, which is nice. This is protecting the knight on c6, but also putting extra pressure on the knight on e5. And I'm seeing there's another game that started between Duncan and your friend Trey. Do you want to take a look at that game?
Yeah.
Do you see Trey blundered a pawn, it seems?
Blunder the pawn.
do you see
Oh
do
wait,
you
I'm still
see
on the other game. I don't know how to like swap it.
do you see the events tab on the right?
Yeah.
You can scroll down there and find the other games.
All right.
Do,
Oh, Trey, the bar.
yeah, Trey started with the black pieces. We had a 4 knights game, e4, e5. Bishop takes, and probably Trey should have taken back with the bishop, but instead took with the pawn, and that allows for white to not only win a pawn but also damage black's pawn structure. Oh, but then white plays bishop to e3, and so both players have double isolated pawns. And
Yeah,
Trey
those
Castle,
pawns are gonna be annoying.
we might see opposite side castles here. I really
I think
like,
he will,
yeah.
but the B file's open. Queen trade? It says it's a mistake. Oh, he just castled.
Also, just a heads up, we have 3 games playing, and the last player from Houston still hasn't shown up. So they will have to forfeit their game if they don't show in time. Trey is probably the strongest player in this whole match, 1800.
Yeah, we've had to bring him up for the A team like once.
How'd he do?
He did solid. He's still, the elo disadvantage 1800 versus 2000s.
And how are you liking Trey's position here?
It's not looking too good.
Yeah, and he's playing against Duncan McGee, who is the fourth board from Rice D, who looks to be doing very well as a fourth board. And this last move, Trey is looking to take the E pawn. However, there's a problem. If black takes on E5, white takes back. Trey has back rank issues.
The knight's there to stop it, so it should be fine.
That's a good point. That's something that I had missed. So the sneaky knight on B7 is covering that. So why does the computer like white so much here? Oh,
Counterattacks.
there's the move. Queen to B4, hitting that spare knight.
The knight doesn't really have a lot of good places to go. Like the moment it moves to D8 in order to save it, because it can't go forward because the queen would just take it. And the queen's blocking where the knight could hop to, same with that double pawn.
So in this position, the knight either has to move or the knight needs to be protected. And you can't really move the knight forward as all of these squares are covered. And
Okay,
so
protected with the queen.
Yep, queen steps back. Okay, and I believe, some good news. The fourth board has started their game. So all 4 games are going. So congrats. Did you want to look at Kenneth versus Vinny? It looks like that's
It's like Vinny's low on time.
Vinny's low on time and worse in position.
Yep, the knight's hanging and the rook is hanging.
So you have to save the knight to lose the least amount of material. Because when you lose the rook, you can take back, and it's only an exchange.
Yeah.
Shout out to Greg J. Chess in the chat. Also, yeah, I see one of the games I don't want to show the username on stream because it's their email. So
Yeah, I saw that. His email is his username. I mean, it looks like his school email.
yeah,
You can't do too much with that.
not to shout it out on stream or anything, but okay, so Vinny saved the rook, but is now hanging
They
the
just
rook.
hung another
So,
rook.
so they lost their knight and the exchange. So black is getting the best of both worlds. Shout out to Katy Perry. No, that's Miley
Katy
Cyrus.
Perry.
Listen,
And they also
I'm
have
here.
10 seconds.
Yeah, Vinny's gonna
They
lose
might
this game,
flag.
but shout out to Katy Perry nonetheless, Anyways, all right. Kenneth.
Oh, we're targeting the d4 pawn. Oh, they just took it. Oh, after that check, they lose the bishop.
Queen takes as a fork. So it's going from bad to worse. King in the corner. The bishop's about to fall.
Yep, it did.
And now white can take another pawn, perhaps, but
Already flag.
yeah. Okay, so the first result. Now I want to look at this Mika versus Gavin game. So
Ooh,
top
the
board
elo
from
bar.
Rice. Yeah, so Mika is crushing this position. Mika is board 2 from Rice. So it's not looking great for Houston, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it's really not.
So white has an isolated D pawn, also known as the IQP, and one of the best ways to get rid of that weakness is to actually lose it with check. So we saw that's what Gavin did, is give that pawn up. And now here we see the problem is that our knight on g4 was taken, and we have to take back with the pawn. And if we do that, then we get checkmated, actually. So that's not good. So in this position, there was a move queen f4, which is a fork, but instead gave the check. Only now playing queen f4. The problem is we put our bishop in a spot that can be attacked. So yeah, Gavin is down a piece and a pawn. Oh, but let's check out Trey's game. Trey just had a huge turn of events here.
Yeah, I just said the rook move was a blunder.
Rook to e1 played by white, and the
Oh,
problem is queen a2 was hanging. But Trey missed it. Trey created space, but
okay.
now there's an opportunity here. Knight
Oh no, they missed it
g4.
again.
Knight g4 was a discovery on the knight and attacking the queen. Trey's moving the king up. It still likes black with
Oh, he
f5.
kicked right in.
Whoa, knight hits the queen, but now black should find queen takes a2.
Yeah, it's a free pawn.
The computer likes queen c4 best, but let's see. The queen is hanging with check. Trey's under a minute.
Okay, you got the pawn?
There it is. And now rook to d8 is going to be really good for Trey.
Okay, the bar just dropped again.
Knight back to b3, guarding against queen a1 check.
Maybe he sacrifices the knight on d3. Because after pawn takes, because it's a fork. Oh no. He just moved his queen out.
It wants knight to c4, which would have been attacking the b2 pawn.
You just pushed the e pawn.
Yeah, and the problem is if you take, then the white queen and rook are infiltrating on f6, which can be pretty annoying.
And he took it.
Takes, okay, queen
Check.
comes in, but the king steps
He's,
back and there's no more checks.
yeah, his king's protected because the knight and the rook. Oh, he's gonna try and bring in the other rook, but it can't go on the file because the knight's there.
Yeah, now black is infiltrating.
It says it's a mistake.
Ah, it likes rook d8. Trying to trade rooks. And then you'll get more checks available. Okay. One
They
check.
checked.
Queen
Check
e3
again.
check.
Knight
Block,
move,
and
yes.
now knight c4 looks really strong, but the computer
Wait.
hates it.
Oh, what?
So the move was apparently queen takes c3, which is forking the knight and the rook. And you can't take the rook with the queen because the knight defends it. So the queen slips back to trade, but now black picks up the exchange.
This
And
is just running for Trey. Oh, he sacked the rook too.
Wow.
Because these two passed pawns, there's nothing they can do. He
H
could
pawn
try and
is
get the
running.
pawns, but it's still doubled on the c file.
So
Just
nice conversion here. Queen.
Yep, that's a queen. Take the pawn is hanging.
Now, yep.
That's it.
So just don't stalemate.
Yeah.
Obviously
Oh, look, he
resignation.
resigns.
All right, let's check on Mika versus Gavin. So Trey coming out on top. It's a tied score so far, 1-1. The top board's both
1-1.
winning. So here Mika is from Rice, the board 2, and Gavin is board 3 from Houston. Mika's looking like they're gonna win.
Both of those pawns are hanging. But then it'll become passed if you trade it.
Yeah, lots of tension on the queen side pawn structure. Black has an extra pawn over there, but also they have an extra knight, which is probably the most important factor here.
You played the knight move to attack his queen.
Yep, so the queen steps
Queen
back,
moves.
pressure on the knight. So knight has to move,
You
or
could
we
look
have
at take the pawn of the knight.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a free pawn. Both players under a minute. That's
Yep, you took it.
exactly what they do. And looks like we have a result from GU from Rice D, board 3, getting a win against Ganesh Gorley, board 2 from Houston. So Rice is taking a 2-1 lead right now, and Mika's looking to add on to that.
They offered a bishop trade.
Yeah, why not?
Accepted.
Trading down is good for black. Gavin's best bet is to trading queen is probably not good for
I
white.
mean, he's ahead of whole knight, so it would work.
Yeah, black is offering the trades, which is good for them. Black should decline as many trades as they can. So
Offered a queen trade
or,
again.
or yeah, white's gonna try to avoid the trades. And white should try to make it as much of a time scramble as possible. That's going to induce as many potential blunders. So here, pressure on the rook, pressure on the pawn.
Yep.
Black
Just move the
can,
queen back one.
yeah,
Yep.
offer the trade again.
What if they
White,
somehow draw this? Because guess not. You push the pawn.
yeah, pushing the pawns is smart.
Okay,
Queen,
queen got in, targeting that pawn.
now queen to c5 maybe. Ooh,
Oh,
doubling up here, but this is gonna force a
oh,
queen
that's a
trade.
forced trade. No. Yep.
Nicely done from Mika.
And then the knight stops it from. He's
Pawn
protecting
push.
everything. The pawn's
Yep.
unstoppable.
Ooh, nice check, forcing the king back. And now just c3. Yep. You can even sack the knight at this point if you need to. Yeah, this is over.
That's a check. King move. You could get the pawn. Oh yeah, he just starts pushing.
Yeah, rook c7 and then the b pawn pushes.
Knight check. Oh, he just pushed it. Yeah, that works too.
And now you queen. Oh, or
Or just
this.
check him, then you queen. That's a
Well,
queen of check.
queening was check. Ah, you lost your knight. All right, rook check.
Could be
Skewer.
mate soon.
Check. Pick up the
Okay,
rook.
rook.
Push your pawn. Or rook check.
Yeah, it's a ladder.
Push the pawn. Oh, now king a3.
They still have that pawn on
Yeah,
the
I know. The
corner,
problem is they
so
need
just
to get rid of the H pawn.
they
Okay, they
resign.
resign. So a 3-point round for Rice D. Houston's got to come back. They're down by 2 right now. Only point scorer was top board and friend Trey McDonald. Okay, and looks like Trey is playing against GU. And we've got Kenneth starting with D3 against Gavin.
D3?
Yeah, D3, E4.
When you play as white, it's always best to, take the center, attack, not play passive.
Maybe it was mouse slip.
Maybe. You could check him. Yeah, he did. He blocks. He pins the knight. Good development. Trades it.
Yeah, I never really fianchetto, but I love pinning the knight. The problem with fianchettoing is after h6, you can't bring the bishop back to maintain that pin. You either have to retreat or trade off here. And so now black has the bishop pair, and that also helps develop the queen. And now we see black is trying to pin the knight, but
The queen
but
just moves.
yeah, queen to c2 here. But black is very happy with this development, with this position, just a stronger center, right? They have two pawns on the fifth rank, whereas white center pawns are on the third rank. So black is just enjoying a little bit of extra space, the bishop pair, and just better development.
Knight h4 looks good. Attacks the queen and then opens the bishop to get that pawn.
Yeah,
Yep,
and
he
that's
played
been
it.
played. Queen steps up to keep an eye on that pawn.
Would f4 work?
F4.
No, it just moves to h5.
There's also bishop takes F4.
Oh yeah.
Perhaps. Perhaps.
Oh,
Oh,
he just hung
this
it. He didn't see the queen there.
this is a blunder. Which is good for Gavin. Gavin lost their first round and is now playing against the top board from Rice D. So Gavin's probably just questioning like, is that free? Like, what
He's
am I
like, is that
missing?
free?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a free bishop. Yeah, he
So
took
queen
it.
takes, and look at those dark square or those light square weaknesses. I mean, the knight right now is covering, but you never really want to give up that fianchettoed bishop, especially not for just a pawn. So this light square bishop's going into h3 is going to be a monster of a piece to deal with.
Yeah, just play h3 and then they need to cover it. They could probably cover with the knight on e4, but then they could push the f pawn, try and kick it away. But then you could kick it away with pawn c4, attack the queen.
Yeah, knight e4 is a solid move.
It attacks the bishop too, but I don't think trading's best here.
Yeah, trades are bad for white. This should just be a simple cleanup game for Gavin, barring disaster. So we'll see.
Yep, he played f4.
F5 hitting the knight. We could see the knight trade for the bishop. Otherwise, it's got to come home. Shout out to Brody, who I should see Brody more often at the St. Louis Chess Club. I just played in the quads last night, and I saw like so many people. There were people from SLU, from Wash U. Uh, I saw people from SIUE had some representation there. Okay, so not saving the knight right away, instead playing c4 first, which hits the queen.
Takes away the queen.
However, I think it creates some weaknesses, such as d4, which black steps into. The knight doesn't trade and steps back.
You could play knight b3, kick away the queen again.
Let's take a look at one of the other games. I want to see how Frank is doing.
Oh,
Or I should say Trey.
en passant. En passant is forced.
It's not even best, though. Queen g6, just threatening mate in
Yeah,
one.
this mate.
Beautiful move here from Trey, really showing off these tactics, leaving the knights hanging. Both knights hanging, by the way, which is kind of funny. Maybe like there's some knight f6 attempt.
He took it. He just takes back. that mate suitor. You have to sack
Now,
the queen to stop it.
now you, oh no, you put a knight on f6. One of the knights has to go to f6. The problem is the knight on d5 is pinned to a rook on a8.
What's the counterplay? Just get out.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise you could sack the knight or the queen for the knight, but that's obviously losing. So, yeah, nice moves from Trey. Let's see how he was able to get here. He pushed e5. The knight goes into e4. He plays h4. Knight into g5. h6. And here's where he starts the queen sack. Or the knight sack. Queen into h5. Right?
Yeah.
And then the blunder is playing f5. That allows the queen into g6. So instead, black needs to remain calm. They could take on d4, for example, and just continue playing in the center. So yeah, we see there's two winning moves here now for white. Taking on f6 is one of them. We're still threatening checkmate. So at this stage, you could try rook takes f6 if you don't want to hang the rook on a8. The problem is you allow queen h7, king to f8, queen to h8 check, king goes up to e7, and then queen takes on g7, check, and I guess we take on c5.
The king's in the middle of the board now, but I'm not seeing. Oh, it's a fork.
Okay, well, he gets an exchange, but the problem is he gave up a piece, so I guess he's still. Oh, but he won a piece back, so he is up an exchange and a pawn. I would have preferred taking on c5 first with check.
Offers a queen trade. Yeah, there's a check.
Pawn
Trade the
takes.
queen off, and then take that. And then two rooks versus a rook and a bishop.
Yeah, you could trade here, but probably better is, yeah, playing with the bishop and just bringing the rooks in. So I love this move, rook f to e1. We're threatening to take the knight for free. The knight is still pinned, so probably you play bishop b7 here.
Yeah, bishop b7, protect the knight.
But then the other rook, rook ad1 will be played. Or the computer likes rook ac1. But either way, just bring the other rook in.
Yep. You could try and defend it
Just
with
hacking stuff.
c8.
Yeah, rook c8. Yeah.
No, I don't know about that.
No, this
b4.
definitely works. The knight is pinned to the bishop, and the pawn is pinned to the rook because the bishop is overloaded, defending both rook and knight. So
Yeah.
b4 is a solid move here. It wins the pawn, and now it's a 4-point advantage. So even though trading queens helps black because their king is more safe without the queens on the board, it's still very solid for white because it is a completely winning endgame.
There's a fork on d3. I hope he doesn't get that.
Or rook
Like, move the
b1.
rook.
Rook b1 is very good.
Yep. Defends the pawn.
Doubles the rook. Yeah, well, I would have preferred rook b1, but that's just me. That's okay. All right, you could double rooks on the e-file. You can attack the knight.
He's going for that pawn.
Let's take a look at another game. I have full faith and confidence in Trey to win this position.
Yeah, he's got that.
Gavin also should still be winning. We have Duncan and we have Ganesh with a equal game, but I want to maybe take a look at Mika versus Vinny.
It looks like they just gave away a bishop.
So let's see what happened in this game.
And they just gave her a rook.
So yeah, not a great position for white. Oh, but then a great position for white.
Oh no.
White trapped their queen simply with h4. They castled, got their queen trapped.
Trey just blundered.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, now he's down everything. It's a knight and a king versus his h-pawn.
So he was up in exchange. He gave up a whole rook.
Oh, dang.
He's trying to promote his pawn.
Yeah, but the knight and the king are stopping it.
He might get a
Is he gonna
draw.
draw it?
King
Yeah, he
king
might
back to
draw it.
g7. Oh, what?
Oh,
What's he doing? King g5 is the only move.
yeah, that's it.
Dang, he had to go to g5.
Wait, he could take opposition, but the knight just defends the pawn. And then the moment he
Wait,
moves,
but
he
king up to
defends.
f6? Oh,
Oh,
he's
he could
going
try
for
and
the
get
a
that corner
pawn.
pawn, but the knight could sack. Unless he stops the knight. I don't know if he can.
Knight should go to d6 now. Oh,
Yeah.
or now. I was gonna say, like, king to c7 is annoying.
Yeah, how does he stop the knight?
I think he should
He
have played king
pushes.
c7 first. Ah, there's
Yep,
the
he got
fork.
forks. And
Nice.
then that's it.
Trey, what's wrong? I had my full faith and confidence in you. You're gonna have to talk to Trey after this.
Yeah.
Tell him. Okay, so Trey loses. Gavin won. Trey lost to Shio, who is improving to 2 out of 2. I mean, those were important points for Houston to like. Houston needed that.
Yeah,
Gavin
they
gets
did. We're
their
down.
first point. Vinny wins. And yeah, it's a 1 point match. I mean, Houston could have been in the lead right now.
Oh, it got even. 4-3. Just down by 1. It's
So
about Can
Ganesh,
Ganesh
yeah,
secure this win for us. Make it even.
Houston could have swept round 2 if Trey had clutched up, but Trey decided to trade queens when they shouldn't have. No, I don't blame the queen trade at all in that game.
It says it's better for white. Oh yeah, he's ahead a whole night.
Knight for 2 pawns.
Yeah, it's just those pawns.
Those pesky pawns. All right, queen stepping up, trying to get to
He's trying to get
f6.
in.
Logical.
He's trying to win the rook. He has to move the rook somewhere or move the queen back.
Queen back to c. Yeah,
Oh,
queen f6 looks so devastating. The h pawn is hanging. Queen to f7 is the major threat, just picking up the rook. There's knight to g5 check, which also looks devastating. This is going to be impossible to defend for Duncan. Steps the king up. I'd still consider taking on h4, and now you're threatening knight takes f5 with the fork.
yeah, forking the king and the queen.
A beautiful move. Queen comes in.
Okay. Yeah, you trade the
Trades
queens
here.
off. Hop the knight in the outpost, and then that should just be an easy win. Even the score.
Yeah, well, we've seen how queen trades can go wrong before.
Yeah, and he's also low on time. That's what's worrying. 20
Now
seconds to 2 minutes, but that 2 second increment's gonna come in clutch. Take a check?
takes.
Yep.
The
All right.
black. If I was black, I'd put the rook on a1 and try
And
to
we got
stir up some
checked.
trouble.
Okay, he
Oh,
defended the back rank. Got checked.
stepping up.
Okay, he's trying to get in.
Black's only hope is to flag them.
flag them or like check them.
Yeah.
Oh, knight move, yeah. Fork it.
Check. King
Check.
to
Move the
e2.
king. Oh, move this king there instead.
This is
Just take the
all
pawn.
fine. It's all good.
Recheck. Yep. Get that last pawn. Yeah, that's it. The C pawn and the A pawn. Then that pawn can't even move because of the knight.
The king is too safe.
There's no more
The
checks.
pawns are too weak. Oh, king d3 though. Hold up.
No way.
Hold up.
I mean, he still has a lot of pawns. It should be
It's a
fine.
3-pawn advantage.
Oh, he's
But
trying to get in.
imagine
Oh,
black can
no.
threaten some checkmates.
That was not good.
Wow. I said it
Come
wasn't
on, Ganesh.
defendable. Oh, that
Okay.
apparently wasn't the move. What was the move? Rook h. Just moving the
Oh, he
rook
just pushed it
away.
again. What? Okay, he's going for that pawn.
Oh no!
Oh.
Keep the king on b3, please. Put the king
Oh.
back. No.
Move the
King up. Low time for Ganesh. Oh, king b3.
Oh,
No!
check him right there. Come on.
Go back.
No.
No. All right, the technique
Just
needs
move the
some
king.
work. Dang,
Move the
dude.
king again. Come on.
Dude, black was winning. I could have sworn if they had just put the king back.
Move the king again. No, why are you moving
Unbelievable.
the rook? Move the king. Oh my
Check.
gosh. Check him. Yes.
Oh,
Take the pawn to check next.
this is winning the pawn with
Yeah.
check. Oh,
No,
didn't
why
take
did you
it.
take the pawn?
Goes back.
Move the king forward. Yes.
Yeah, move the a pawn.
Okay, just push that pawn. Yeah, that's it. Move the king. No, he checked him.
No, that's fine.
Okay, move the king again.
Keep going.
Or even push that pawn. Yeah.
Yes. Check. Nope. Pawn takes.
Take a pawn. Yeah. There's
Huge.
3 pawns. The rook can't stop it. It
3
has to be.
passed pawns.
Just don't flag.
Yeah, just
Please don't
play
flag.
d7. Yeah, easy. They
Just
can
move
never
the king
trade.
forward.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
just take. Easy. Push the a
Okay,
pawn.
this is tricky. Get the
No,
opposition, please.
no tricks.
No, no, please get the opposition. Please get the opposition.
Uh-oh. Push the pawn.
No.
Push
Yeah,
the pawn.
Push the pawn.
B7, let's
Yes.
go.
Move the
King
king,
to
move the king.
a.
Yes, there you go.
Easy. All right. Make
Let's
a second
go. Just
queen.
checkmate.
Yeah. Get the second queen. There you go.
Get the
Ladder.
queen, yes. That's it. Get
No
the point.
stalemate. Oh,
They
resigns.
resign.
Whew.
That
I
was
know the great one in
was
the
a
chat
roller coaster.
probably sweating bullets, getting a little nervous with that in-game technique there. But Ganesh ties the match. It's all tied up here, 4 points each.
Yep, 4-4.
And Houston answers right back after losing the first round 3-1. They answer to tie it. They could have swept. If Trey had won, they'd be up 5-3. But
Yeah.
we're going into second half of the match tied. All knotted up here, 4 points. So, how are you feeling after round 2 now?
Looking very close, like they're winning positions, and then all of a sudden it's losing positions, like just going back and forth.
Yeah,
This
this
might be a
game,
close finish.
Duncan could have maybe gotten a back rank mate if he kept his king on b3 there. He had the king in the corner. That was really well fought by black to win the knight back and then put the king all the way at the end. And he let the king back out and he left it slip. He could have moved the rook aside and then bring the king in. And there's all these mate threats. Even though white was up 3 pawns, that king positioning is just so important. But luckily for Ganesh, they were able to get the job done. And we have now round 3 underway here, and Trey has already won a piece.
Dang, not quick. Trey's trying
Just
to
like
give us a
that.
point.
But we've seen Trey blunder advantages. Yes, knight takes on g4, free bishop, thank you very much. And Mika is saying, what the heck did I just do? That was literally a freebie.
Oh, I would have liked the outpost better than trading the knights, because it attacks the queen, gets a knight in the middle.
Well, Trey is in trade mode. Now BP in chat might have some questions. some technique advice for Trey, saying learn what you did last time. Trading in a winning position doesn't always make for the easiest conversions.
It looks like he
So
castled opposite sides.
yeah, queenside black has this H pawn push, which could be very aggressive, trying to muster up as much counterplay as possible. So it's anyone's game, really. This position obviously very much in favor for Trey, but I see Duncan versus Gavin. There's a match that is already looking good for Duncan from Rice, board 4. So
He
yeah,
took the pawn
queen
on
trade, and we
D.
have a lot of isolated pawns, and that's a free pawn right there. Knight takes d5. Mika's enjoying a pawn advantage. There's maybe even a second pawn that's going to fall.
Hold up.
Oh, there's a really big trick here. If knight takes on f6, you're going to be in a world of pain. Duncan, don't be tempted by the pawn. It is not free. Oh, he took the pawn. And now there's bishop takes a2. If you try to trap the bishop, you're getting mated in 1, which is gnarly. There's bishop to h6 check, and you're forcing yourself into a pin. You can also trade rooks here. Okay, bishop check. You cannot move the king. You must block with the knight. Knight
He
d2
gave a
is
check up
found.
to bishop.
Yeah, and
Oh
now
yeah, he has to block the knight. Just trade it off or develop the bishop first if he doesn't take it.
It is a 2-pawn advantage for white. However, knight b4, very solid move. We're threatening to win the a pawn, but also to win the knight on d2 because the king is tied. So the knight comes back to defend, a very important move. And now the best move is to not take on a2. There's 2 moves. It likes bishop f5. And this is just keeping the strong threats, right? Removing one of the defenders of this knight on d2.
You might have to do bishop f3. Just give her a pawn right there to like get rid of the pressure.
This move is the same idea, except it leaves the bishop undefended. But okay, also knight c3.
It defends that pawn.
Yeah, it defends a2 for the time being. Now it is attacked twice, but when you take and trade, can you get your bishop trapped? Is my question. So here you have to take. Oh, it's saying you could take.
It looks like it is trapped. No, because that knight is still pinned. He needs bishop.
Yeah, but how do you get this bishop
c4.
out? Can you play a5, a4? Okay, rook left.
Oh, he played a rook move.
Bishop blocks the knight.
That's actually, I would say, a mistake.
It's attacking
because the
the
bishop
f-pawn
can take, and then when it takes back with the pawn, you just win the bishop.
Oh yeah,
And then the pin is still there, followed by double rooks.
Bishop takes b3. If bishop takes on f5, we have bishop back to e6. So nice if Gavin finds it. Gavin's down 2 minutes on the clock. No, bishop comes back trying to cut the king off from attacking it, but
oh, the elo bar just jumped.
Yeah, knight c4 played. And white is gonna successfully trap this bishop on a2. So I'm wondering if we should look at. It's crazy. None of these games are equal.
None of them.
Yeah, all the games are like completely crushing. So Duncan's winning a piece. Let's look at Oh, I mean, these eval bars are going crazy.
You saw 3 drop into a balanced
Yeah,
position.
Trey was much better, and then blundered. So Trey won a piece, right? And then Rook
Yeah.
G4 was played. And the problem is, I don't even know. Oh, the problem is there's Bishop takes E3 check. Wow, look at that. And Mika finds it. And the queen is overloaded, defending both pawn and rook. So we see a block trade, another check. And now there's this move queen f6 that it really likes. Trey's extra piece has no moves, dude. Look at his bishop.
Yeah, it's stuck in the corner. I would say maybe sack it on the E pawn, try and break open the center.
Here,
Just trade the rook here, maybe.
there was mate in 2, dude.
It was?
With queen takes d4. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
They
yeah.
both missed it.
Yikes.
Okay,
Okay.
so white's still technically better.
It's tricky though. That rook move after the trade does a check. But
Yeah,
then he
queen
could
check.
block, but then he wins that pawn, and then that bishop is like useless.
Yeah, take on d4. There you
Yeah, the
go.
bishop's stuck. It can't do anything.
White needs to try to win this h pawn. Like, maybe queen e2.
Like, what can the bishop even do?
But you're gonna lose your a pawn. No, bishop has nothing.
It's because the queen's there. If the queen could move anywhere, like let's say queen gave a check, king move, then it took that a pawn, then you could sack the bishop, open it up, and then oh,
The queen
queen trade
a1.
offer. It
Oh, I would have
blocks.
gone. Yeah,
Check, yeah.
this.
Block a
Well, now
queen.
queen e2. Yeah. Oh, just take on a3. Trey's gonna lose this. Oh,
Oh,
push. That's gonna let the bishop out. Bishop
pushed.
f3.
Yeah, bishop f3,
Wow,
yeah.
what a
You could
huge
check and then win
mistake
that
from
pawn.
Mika.
But he still
Exactly.
has 2 pass pawns right there, but the bishop could probably stop it. Check, win the
Check and
pawn, and
take.
then start
Yeah.
pushing.
Check and take. Whoa, what? He
No, he
plays
just
a
won the
Botez
queen. Oh
gambit.
my
He blunders the
gosh.
queen and the bishop and
No,
immediately resigns.
Trey.
Bro,
What happened?
Trey's throwing, dude.
No, Trey.
You have a sabotage on your team. Okay, and Duncan just won. So
That
that's
is
2 points for Rice. Let's check on Ganesh versus Kenneth.
Anash versus Kenneth. Looks like it favors white, the Elo bar. Oh, that's a checkmate
Whoa,
threat?
we have a double exclam brilliancy. Bishop sacrifice from Ganesh. Bishop taking 2 pawns. Well,
Oh,
black doesn't even take back. The f7's a threat. I mean, white's threatening mate in 2 right now.
yeah.
And you can't take on h6 because you still have mate in 2 with knight and queen. So you have to defend f7. We see f6 pushed. Now we have both bishop and knight are hanging. Now, there's some crazy ideas. You can sack the exchange, take on e4 is one. You can sack the bishop again on g7. That's a second idea. Or you could ignore all of that and just simply play queen to g4, which threatens mate in 1. That's what he goes
Yeah.
for. And now
Said it's a missed.
Ganesh can take a page out of Trey's book and play queen takes e6 with check.
Queen takes e6 to check.
Yeah, that's what Trey would do. I think. Maybe.
Maybe bishop back is best because it defends that checkmate threat.
Knight comes back.
Looks like he's
Yeah, bishop
sacrificing knight.
bishop f8 was there. Yeah, here bishop
Oh, he
takes.
just traded it.
Pawn takes. Now we have double isolated g pawns. Uh,
I would say knight to d7. Attack the queen, and wherever the queen moves, take that pawn with check with the queen.
okay, that's smart. And he's played that. I liked knight f3 as well.
Take a check, get the
Here,
trade, and take the rook out, double it, and then go for that bishop. It's gonna retreat.
knight comes back. He's given free
I guess
moves.
not.
All right, bring the knight back.
Oh, he's
Oh,
going for the doubled. Oh,
he
the pawn
shouldn't.
structure
He
over there
should
is
have
looking
lifted it
bad.
again.
He took it.
Rook
That's a free
takes.
pawn.
No
Guess not. Okay, doubled. He's going for a pawn right there. Yeah.
trades. Now
Oh,
takes.
that knight's hanging and the queen's being attacked. I would
Now
say hop the knight. Yeah, that works. It defends that pawn, but then that c pawn is targeted.
Vinny's losing this game as well. So yeah, this has been a very back and forth match.
Oh, they both have no time. 10 seconds to 10 seconds. That was like 2 seconds.
Oh, Vinny just lost. So GU from Rice is a strong 3 for 3 right now, carrying
Oh,
the
that's a
Rice D
mate
team.
threat. Wait,
Ooh, Queen
brilliant?
H5, Rook H3, absolute desperado, and there's no way to stop mate.
Yeah, that's it. Move the bishop, try and stop it again, and sack the queen. That's it.
Oh my goodness. So
Ganesh gets the dub for us.
Ganesh gets a huge game. Pawn on G6 was the dagger. And we have round 4 just like that, ready to begin. So Ganesh keeping things close, but a big round there for Rice D. They answer right back. 7-5 lead going into the 4th and potentially final round. If it's tied 8-8, we will go into overtime. Houston needs to win at least 3 games. They can only afford 1 loss, but nothing more than that. Otherwise, they will lose the match. Rice is 1.5 points away from clinching. So yeah, Trey has sold 2 games in a row. Do you think he's gonna get back on track here?
He has to get back on track here.
He's got to lock in.
Gotta lock in. It's all or nothing. We're down by 2.
4th round, he's got 1 point out of 3, but he's winning in all 3 of his games. Now he's got the black pieces against Kenneth. This is top board versus top board. They've both been struggling. They both only have 1 point.
Yep. That's a
Okay.
good queen move. Attack the pawn.
Queen trade.
Queen trade, but then the knight gets better. Maybe avoid it. Queen c2.
Trey's building time onto his clock with the 2-second increment. He's pre-moving, which is good. So queens are off the board, and
I'd say
neither
take
side is
that knight
castled.
and then break the center. And then castle.
I wouldn't want to give up the bishop pair as white so easily.
There's another issue with that. If he gets rid of his dark squared bishop, they will have different bishops in the middle game. And if the knights get traded, that would lead to a draw in game because the different colored bishops with the pawns.
I don't think
And
we're
just
gonna
assume
see
they trade the rooks.
any draws. What's up, Arctic Bear? You're tuning in at the 4th round of Rice D versus Houston B in Division 16 of the Collegiate Chess League. I want to take a look at this Duncan versus Vinny game. Both board 4s. Looks like Vinny is off to a strong start here for Houston, picking up a free pawn and a second free pawn for white and a better pawn structure. Oh, and he gives away a free piece. Holy smokes.
Oh no.
Vinny, we were just praising.
We were just praising her and then
Oh no. Okay,
Dang.
but you know, 2 pawns for 1 piece, it's not the end of the world. But of course, if you can avoid giving away a free piece, you should.
That's a free pawn and it's a fork.
Well, the
Do they
knight's
see it?
hanging though, so it would be good for white to get 2 minor
Oh, they
pieces
traded it off. Now
for
they're
the
just
rook.
down a whole bishop.
But for 2 pawns
Counterattack.
and better structure. So it's not over.
I'd say rook d3 and then double it. Oh, guess not. He's attacking the bishop and then
Vinny
king just moves.
Vinny doesn't want to win so easily, you know. Being up 2 pawns for nothing is kind of boring. But let's take a look at Gavin's game. Gavin blundered big time. Gavin with the white pieces
Oh yeah.
gives up a pawn.
His rook was hanging.
Knight to g4. Takes. Yeah, knight hits the rook and it's a discovery on the bishop is the problem. Bishop moves. Okay, rook d1's a good move, right? Threatening the queen. So the queen steps aside and now the rook saves itself. So Jiu is still up a pawn,
He had that
but
check with the bishop.
yeah, white has problems here. There's like bishop takes on a3, I'm pretty sure. No, there would have been knight to b5. Well, then there's a bishop check.
Yeah, you could check with the bishop or even take that. Oh, the bar just dropped.
Pawn push. It loves bishop c5 check. So what's going
Check,
on?
move, and then make a battery with the queen and bishop going for the mate, but the queen's still there to defend it. You'd have to kick it away first.
Well, the problem is that black can just take like on f5. And the problem is the bishop is pinned to the rook on d1 because the queen is defending d1, but as you had mentioned, black can create this battery.
Oh, he
They
traded.
trade, which is not so smart because that really helps white out, I think. I think black was worried about bishop takes on h6 is the problem. But white should just take back. Rook b takes c1, lining up opposite the queen. I think if black needed to defend against bishop h6, they could bring the bishop back to like, I mean, you could even go bishop forward to f6 or bishop back to f8 would have been fine.
Okay.
Takes here now, and
Oh, he
watch out,
took a
there's a
queen. I
battery.
think bishop was stronger.
Oh, forcing
Check.
the queen trade. Okay. So Jiu's not taking any chances with getting mated, getting those queens off the board.
Yeah, take it, and then the bishop takes a check. King moves, and then.
So Duncan already won by checkmate, by the way.
Okay. He
So
just moved his king.
yeah, queen
He
trade, and
traded.
now probably trade rooks. Trade rooks, bring the other rook over, trade both rooks. Rice only needs a draw now. So
They only need a draw.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
bishop
they're half a
g5
point
is
away.
a very good move. So Houston needs to win out on all 3 remaining boards to force overtime, and I don't suspect it'll happen.
It's not looking good.
I think Jiu should be able to be the clincher.
I'd say rook c2 is best.
I'm not. I don't know. It's all
You gotta
rough.
stop it from coming in. Wait,
Well, it
you
doesn't
could
quite
low-key
stop.
blunder a backmake. Rook e1, and then if the rook at all moves, that's a checkmate.
Yeah, you hope rook d2.
Come on, please play it.
I think there's gonna be bishop d2.
Will we play a pawn push or move the rook, or yep, he played a pawn push.
Smart.
I would say move the bishop, offer a trade, but there's a pin, which doesn't look good.
Yeah,
You
rook
could play the
e8's
rook pin.
gnarly. Rook e8. The good news, white has rook e2 to try to unpin. Yeah, Rookie 2
Yep,
is a very
dang it.
important move. But Jiu looks like they're going to be clinching this for Rice. Also, I mean, Rice is winning on every board, so that's unfortunate for Houston.
Yeah, they found the move to save the rook, or if they trade it and go to an endgame. Take a rook, and then take a knight. Do knight versus bishop endgame. Just push the pawn to light squared, and then get the knight on a square the bishop can't touch. Yes.
Yeah, but
It
even
says it's winning, but oh yeah, the pawn's just gone.
I want to look at Trey's game as well against Kenneth.
It says Trey. Oh, Trey's winning now.
Are
No,
they?
wait. Never
No.
mind. I was looking at the wrong side. Trey just resigned.
Yeah, Kenneth just trades into a winning pawn in
Winning
game.
pawn in game.
So that's gonna conclude the match. So maybe we'll have a Rice player on for an interview. Okay, Ganesh is fighting back against Mika.
There's nothing they can do. Push the pawn, knight has to take, bishop takes. Move the king around, the bishop
No, you don't
is
have
gonna
to. You don't
win.
have to sack the knight. You can play knight d2 or knight
But
a3.
yeah, I just delays it barely.
It's a slow and painful death.
Move the king.
King d3.
Yep. What if he hangs his bishop on accident?
Good question. Okay, now king c2. You gotta guard the promotion, and next you're playing knight c4. You can win that pawn.
Yeah,
Or
win the
this.
pawn, and then just run your king over and hope you could find a way to draw it.
Okay,
I don't know about that trade.
yeah, wasn't the biggest fan of knight e4 because you need to bring the knight back to d2 to c4. You're giving black more time to win on the king side. Wow, BP, that's awesome. I like that you're typing back to people in the chat when you can talk to them.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Just pro streamer tips, I guess. Okay, knight d3,
Knight d3, pawn push.
but you're just
Oh, we
losing.
traded. You could go for that pawn.
h5.
Or not really.
Now your knight's gonna get cooked.
Knight stuck in the corner. No, his email's on screen.
It happens. I guess. I mean,
6-7.
oh, this is so sad.
Just go.
Let's look
after the
at
pawn.
Ganesh.
Ganesh. It says
Something a little bit more positive, I think.
so he's winning.
Yeah, Mika was doing
That's
well
good.
in the start of the game, but then messed up. So Ganesh gets some tactics going. Bishop to d3 allows for knight takes f2. Bishop was hanging.
That was a blunder. You should have just taken the knight and then retreated.
Trade of queens. Lost an exchange here. So, big mistake.
Oh, then he lost his rook.
Ouch.
I roasted my daughter for saying 6-7 over texting me today.
Oh. The kids these days love it, man. Okay. Knight check. So Ganesh with the black pieces, just trying to close this one out. We may or may not have a Rice player joining for an interview.
When I played last week on stream, the interview part for the winner, basically the admin, he said, "You guys are free to leave," then everyone just left.
Yeah,
So no one stayed for the interview.
it happens.
Oh, we sacked a knight.
Okay, so GU... Did GU
Oh,
sweep 4-0? I think they did.
he's like 16 or something for content. Yeah. High schoolers and middle schoolers love saying 6, 7.
Okay, imagine white finds a back rank mate. No, but black is forcing the king away. That's smart.
Yeah. And then, yeah, it should be a ladder. Oh,
No, don't give a check.
would he? No,
You're inviting the king up. The
there
king
was a
went back.
ladder available. He missed
Oh, bring
it.
the king up. No, leave the rook down. Up.
Check,
Go
move.
up. Oh, but you get skewered.
Yeah, that's it.
Rook g4 is very
Okay.
nice. Your checks will run out. Go like rook d2 or something. Uh-oh.
Okay, now it's just mate in
King
2.
c1? No, there's
Yeah,
not
he
quite.
blocks it. Take, and then move
Trades.
the king. 1, 2,
Or
3,
just push the
4.
pawn. Yeah,
And then
resigns.
resigns. Yeah.
Okay, so Ganesh, the best player from Houston B, goes 3 out of 4. So the final score is 10-6. Rice D
6.
beating Houston B. Let me see if we have someone. But congratulations to Rice University's D team. We're either gonna have an interview or we're gonna not have an interview. So we're in that process figuring out. If we do have an interview, I'm gonna need a little bit of a break to set that up. Otherwise, we're gonna head out and okay, yeah, maybe Jiu is sticking around. Oh, they're literally the last player that's still there, so okay, let's take a quick break. I'll be right back and stick around for a player interview. Hello and welcome back, everyone. This is the player interview with Rice University's D Team Board 3, GU. You just went 4 out of 4, sweeping the University of Houston B Team. How does it feel?
Um, I feel like it was really good match, and then I remember in one of the games I was supposed to lose, um but in the end game my opponent blundered, so I'm very lucky to have the chance to also win that game. Yeah, it was a very exciting match, and I really enjoyed it.
That was probably against Jaden's friend Trey, if I had to
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Yay, man.
Gio, are you a first year or what year are you in?
Yeah, I'm a sophomore. Oh, wait, sorry.
The sophomore is a
I'm a
first year
freshman. I'm a freshman.
You're a freshman.
freshman.
Okay, so you're jumping the gun a little bit. You're excited.
Yeah, I don't know why I said
And what
too
are you
many things.
studying?
I'm doing bioscience.
Okay, cool.
Science.
And
Yeah.
Rice is pretty close to Houston, I heard, or in
Yeah, yeah,
Houston even.
it's in Houston.
Okay, so would you say that University of Houston is like a rivalry match for you guys?
Yeah.
So did you guys prepare at all for this match heading in?
Um, I just play on chess.com and do like puzzles like daily.
Okay.
Logical.
How long have you been playing chess for?
Mm. I started when I was in fifth grade, and I think I like stopped for 2 years during high school, and I wanna like redo it.
Okay. And so you joined the chess club at Rice.
Yeah.
Is that your favorite club?
Yeah.
That's awesome. And when you heard about the Collegiate Chess League, were you excited to join?
Yeah, I wanna try out to see how it goes.
Okay. And Rice has a lot of teams. Do you know how the other teams are doing?
I heard that the A team are like really good. They're like 2000, I think, or above. Yeah.
They're well above 2000. They're in Division 2, which is probably around like 2600.
Ooh.
Yeah, the master's level. You're probably titled too.
So,
Wow.
do you think in future years you'll be moving up to higher teams? I mean, you swept here and you might be the strongest player on the D team.
I I think my teammates are like also play really well. Hopefully I can like improve my chess skill like and then move to like upper tiers. But yeah, I'll try my best.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations. Do you have any questions for her, Jaden?
What's your go-to opening for white?
I do English. I do C4. Um
C4?
The enemy's taking notes. They need to learn from you.
yeah, I don't think there's many people doing C4. I think that's probably one of the reason why I chose that opening.
Nice. That makes a lot of sense. Well, Gio, I don't know if you know this, but Texas has a lot of strong teams. They have 3 scholarship schools for chess: Texas Tech, UT Rio Grande Valley, and UT Dallas, that are all in Division 1, which is like well over 2700 or 2800 average. Um, do you compete at all in any over the board events in Texas?
Not in Texas, but I do compete over the board at Rice Chess League.
Okay, they have their own events.
Yeah, it was like inter-college.
Well, they might have like a state championship or something coming up. So maybe you and Jaden and other players from your schools can compete again. I don't know if it's online or in person or something, but it might also only be for like the scholarship schools. I don't know. But all this to say, I think Texas is a really great state for chess, especially for college chess players. So there's a lot of events and opportunities.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for your time. Congratulations again on your win. And at the end of the season, there will be some prizes. I think Division 16, there's probably at least some membership prizes. Um, are you looking forward to playoffs?
Sure.
Or you're not thinking about it yet?
Uh, Not yet, but like I'm like, yeah, yeah, sure. I'm like down. Uh,
Oh, do you play any other sports?
uh, I do rhythmic gymnastics, but like Rise doesn't have like a gymnastics team, so I'm kind of thinking about starting my own club. But yeah,
Oh, that'd be cool. All right, well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Shiyu. Congrats once again, and
thank
thank
you,
you for your time.
thank you,
All right, take care.
thank you. Bye.
See ya.
Oh, and it's just Jaden and me again. Um,
Yep.
so yeah, Jaden, your final thoughts on that match?
It was looking good for us, and then it just dropped completely. Like it's a roller coaster. One minute we're winning, next minute we just sold everything.
Well, you gotta sync up with your team and go over the game footage and maybe talk to Trey a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to Trey about
He's gotta
this
he's gotta learn how to convert. He's up a piece. He's doing well in the opening and the middle game. He's not clutching in the end game.
in game fundamentals.
All right, well, that's it for today. Thank you everyone for being here. You're all amazing and appreciated. And shout out to Jaden who joined us in the commentary booth. He streams as well, so please be sure to go give him a follow. Check out his channel. He'll be streaming some more matches in the future, I'm sure. So good luck to University of Houston in their future matches, and congratulations once again to Rice University's D team for winning. Final score 10-6. That's it for all. We will be back next week at the same time for some more matches. And I'm going to send you all off on a raid, so stick around for that. And yeah, have a great rest of your weekend, everyone. Take care.
Thanks for watching, guys.